Attention. We are now at DEFCON 1. Security lockdown.
Russian nukes in space.
The country recently tested a nuclear-capable hypersonic missile.
Hypersonic missiles and aircraft could be the future of warfare.
Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. First off, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Chakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. And as always, peace and salutations to the elect. This is the brother Benaiah from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. It's going to be a quick lesson. All right, and as you can see from the video, these are going to be the weapons, all right, that the Lord is going to use to bring the destruction of their second death that is spoken of in the book of Revelations, all right, all throughout Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4, okay, all throughout the scriptures, man. You see, you still have some Israelite camps, all right, and the mass majority of you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't even believe that this thing is going to take place, all right, but Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, has created and put the spirit upon these devils to create these weapons. Real quick, let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 54. All right, because like I said, you still have particular Israelite camps such as One Body, all right, formerly known as One Body in Yahweh Shai, all right, down here in Dallas that scoffs, all right, at the thermonuclear missiles, man. You see, but these things were spoken of, all right, all throughout the scriptures, all right, by our forefathers, when the Lord gave them visions of the destruction, man. You see, but since they don't actually, since the scriptures don't actually use the word missiles, because for them the word missile was never it wasn't around during the time of our forefathers, man. You see, but they use particular words as arrows or swords. You see, but these those prophecies that was given unto them were for us in these times, the prophets in these times to break down. And ultimately, I'm gonna go into the book of Joel chapter 2, because that's a heavy chapter that's going into the missiles, man, going into the destruction. You see, but I want to grab this right here in Isaiah chapter 54 real quick. Like I said, it's gonna be a quick lesson, nothing too long, Lord willing. All right, but this is the book of Isaiah chapter 54. All right, in verse 16 it says, "Behold, I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." You see, and these particular that video that you seen, all right, that's that waster. You see, and like I said, Esau had put the spirit on these devils, on these Edomite, these Germans, to come up, all right, with the formula to create the atomic bomb, to create these nuclear weapons, man. And since then, all right, since Hiroshima and Nagasaki, these particular weapons have been advanced. All right, as the scriptures say, knowledge shall increase. You know, they're more powerful. So the weapons that we have now, that the Esau has now, these particular nations have now, Russia, you see, they're way more powerful. They make little man and fat boy, all right, to look like water guns, man. You see, and like I said, these are going to be the same weapons that the Lord is going to use to destroy this place, man. Let's go to another one real quick. All right, this is the book of Psalms chapter. Let me see. This is the book of Psalms chapter 7. All right, in verse, and I'm gonna start at verse 11. It says, "And the Most High judges the righteous, and the Most High and God is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He have bent his bow and made it ready." Right? You see, what is this bow? What are these weapons? What is that sword? These thermonuclear missiles. Verse 13 is the point. "He have also prepared for him the instruments of death." Right? Just like we read in Isaiah chapter 54. I read about the smith that bringeth forth that instrument. You see, that waster to destroy. You see, this is that same instrument of death that the Lord is going to use. All right, verse 13, "He have also prepared for him the instruments of death. He hath ordained his arrows against the persecutors." Right? You see, who are the persecutors? Esau, Edom. All right. And these same weapons are gonna burn these niggas up. And already in two thirds of you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans as well. You see, because the Lord have destined Babylon for destruction. All right, Isaiah chapter 13. All right, in verse 19, it says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." Right? You see. So we know that Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed by fire. You see, and Babylon the Great. This how we know that this is not talking about ancient Babylon, because you still have people, all right, in Babylon today, in ancient Babylon today. You see in the East. This is speaking about the mystery Babylon is spoken of in Revelations, man. You see America. You see you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans, your precious America that you love so much. You see, but the Lord has destined, all right, foreordained for this place to be destroyed. All right, just as in the fashion of Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this video, a little bit more, and then grab a couple of scriptures. Like I said, Lord willing, us edifying.
One of the most powerful nuclear weapons in the world is the B-83 nuclear bomb, the heavyweight of the US arsenal. Weighing about 2,400 pounds or 1,100 kilograms and stretching 12 feet or 3.7 meters in length with a diameter of 18 inches or 46 centimeters, it's roughly the size of a small car. But within this imposing frame lies a force of unimaginable destruction. The B-83 is a gravity bomb, meaning it's dropped from an aircraft and relies solely on gravity to reach its target. No rockets or propulsion systems, just a free-falling descent. This might sound simple, but the devastation it can unleash is anything but. Carried by strategic bombers like the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber and the B-52 Stratofortress, the B...
Right, because this is the new way of warfare. You see, real quick, I forgot to bring this out. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood." Right. You see ancient warfare when you look at movies like 300. All right. What is that? Braveheart. You look at all these old these ancient world movies. Or when a kingdom would go to war with another kingdom, it would be with particular, shields and swords. You know what I'm saying? Armored people screaming. You see, that's that confused noise, man. You see? But it says, continuing on, it says, I'm gonna read it again. Isaiah 9 and 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and the garments rolled in blood." It says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." You see? So this burning and that fuel of fire is gonna come from these missiles that you see on this video, man. You see? Don't think that this is a game. The Lord creates. Hey, when the Lord creates something, He creates it for a purpose to be used. All right. Even as wicked, the wicked was created, all right, for the day of destruction. He was created to be the wicked, to be the devil. You see, from anything down to an ant, you know what I'm saying, to a fish. Everything has everything the Lord created for a use and a purpose, man. You see, and these weapons, all right, are going to be used as well, man. You see. So let's keep going. I'm gonna let it play just a little bit more.
B-83 can be delivered deep into enemy territory. With a blast yield of up to 1.2 megatons of TNT, the B-83 is approximately 80 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima, which had a yield of about 15 kilotons.
Right, you see, I'm gonna rewind that, let you listen to it again.
And the B-52 Stratofortress, the B-83 can be delivered deep into enemy territory. With a blast yield of up to 1.2 megatons of TNT, the B-83 is approximately 80 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima, which had a yield of about 15 kilotons.
Ooh, man, you see how more advanced these weapons are now. You see, and that's gonna bring. That's why the earth. When you read these particular scriptures, they say that the earth is gonna reel to and fro like a drunkard. You see, the earth is gonna be moved out of a place. That's gonna be because of these weapons, man. You see, no point in history or has there ever been a weapon like this created. You see, which lets you know that these are the particular weapons that the Lord is going to use. All right. Because when you go to the book of Joel real quick, Joel chapter 2, all right, Joel chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. You see, let the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Right, you see, and we see that day of the Lord is approaching. You see, the Lord is gathering these nations unto the east at the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, we only have a few more prophecies left before that destruction comes, man. The MOTB is about to take place. You see, and we know once that's implemented, then the destruction is next, man. You see, and they're talking about more and more, more and more people getting it, more trials. You see, so that should let you know what time you in, man. Like the scripture say in the book of Second Esdras 9, man, measure the time diligently. All right, verse 2, it says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. It says, and there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Right, and this is the Lord. He's liking these thermonuclear missiles unto a great people, a great strong army, man. You see, and like it says, there have not been ever the like. You see, no point in history you can look back has a weapon like this ever existed. Only in these times. You see, it says neither shall be any more after it. Right, because after these things are used, all right, it's gonna be it. All right, the king after these weapons are used to destroy Babylon the Great and take these heathens down, Esau and the heathens down, then there's going to be no more war, man. The scriptures tell you that. You see. So after these things are used and they serve their purpose, man. You see, it says there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. It says a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. Right, you see that rocket propulsion, a fire devoureth before them, going into that nuclear warhead, man. You see the front of the missile. All right. Matter of fact, let me see something.
To put raw power, it's designed to penetrate underground bunkers, burrowing into the earth before detonating. 100 B-83 bombs in active service. This number has decreased over the years due to arms reduction.
Right, all these missiles being created by all these missiles being created, but people really think that they're not going to be used. You know. But let's go back. I'm gonna read this verse one more time, and I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play the video. This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, "A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth." All right, so let's get it.
Attention. We are now at DEFCON 1.
You see that fire behind it? That fire, it says, I'm gonna read it again. That fire devoureth before them, going into the front of that nuclear warhead, the tip where those nuclear warheads sit. All right. It says, and behind them a flame burneth, going into that rocket propulsion, man. You see, you can't tell me. You see that we don't know in these end times. All right, that Joel 2 is not talking about the missiles, man. Which I'm gonna grab a word in this chapter, and it's gonna flat out tell you. Okay, so let's keep going.
Security lockdown.
Russian nukes in space.
The country recently tested a nuclear-capable hypersonic missile.
Hypersonic missiles and aircraft could be the future of warfare.
Right, just like we read in that Isaiah 9 and 5. So let's go back. Joel chapter 2 and verse 3. And fire devours before them, and behind them a flame burneth, and the land is as the garden of Eden before them. All right, meaning before that missile touches, all right, the earth is beautiful. The earth looks like a city. A city looks like a city. Just going, even when you look at that Terminator Judgment 2, you see when Sarah Connor had that vision of the thermonuclear missiles. You see, before that missile hit, everybody, you had kids at the park playing. The city, it looked beautiful. You see, and it said what? It says the land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Right, because after that thermonuclear hit, It turned everybody into powder, man. You see, it cooked their ass, man. You see, and it destroyed the city. And you seen that wall, that wind, all right, the destroying wind, all right, coming and sweeping everything away. Totally destroyed the city, all right, and everything around it. When you looked at that scene, you see, that's why the scriptures talk about the destroying wind, man. You see, so all these things are in the scriptures, man. The Lord ain't leave nothing out. You see, and it's been given unto us in these end times to go into these scriptures and break it down, man. You see, because the truth is in the earth. This is the truth, man. This is how the destruction will take place. All right, so let's keep going. It says, yea, and nothing shall escape them, right? Ain't gonna be nowhere you can run, man. You see? Only way your ass gonna be able to survive if you if you go into that deep underground military bunker that Esau has, man. These particular bunkers that these normal people get, that's made out of a fucking that's made after a fucking a train cart. You know what I'm talking about, that big ass container that people are putting in their goddamn backyard. That's not gonna make it, man. You see? No, you gotta go miles in the earth, man, to escape, all right, this fire. You see, in those that's these Edomites that were predestined to go into these bunkers, they're gonna be the first fruits of slavery, man. You see, in the kingdom. All right. The Lord reserved them niggas to go into captivity first. All right. So let's keep going. It says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. It says, like the noise of chariots on top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble. It says, as a strong people set in battle array. You see? So the Lord is liking these missiles unto a strong people. All right, a strong army. Okay. It says, before their face the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. Right. You see? Because when these people get these notifications, all right, that these missiles about to hit, just like they had that false uh alert down there in Hawaii. And you had the elder down there in Hawaii go live, man. You see, he went live, and then his channel just started booming. Everybody just tuning in, trying to see what's about to happen, man. You see, you people are gonna pay you to see what you see, but you see that's just a foreshadow, though, man. You see, and we want to be in the spirit like that elder was down there, man. You see, he was in the spirit of doing the work. You see. Even when it said that the missile was about to take place, man, you see that took faith. You see, to still do the work. You know what I'm saying, and have faith that, hey, man, even though, hey, this shit say the missile's about to come, but I believe the Lord is gonna save me, man. You see, that elder was in the spirit, man. You see, and I had just watched a clip. That nigga Jim Carrey was in Hawaii when that shit went down. You see, he said he even wrote a book, man. I forgot the name of it, but he said, hey, like when he got that alert, he said his one of his agents, his chick called him, was like, man, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We only got 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And nigga said it was such a surreal moment, man. You see? And then they found out that it was just a false alarm, man. You see? But one day it's not gonna be no false alarm. It's gonna be the real deal, man. You see, and that time is coming. All right. But going back, Joel chapter 2, in verse 6 again, it says, before their face the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the walls like men of war. It says, and they shall march every one to on his own ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Meaning the Lord is gonna have his spirit on these missiles, man. You see, they ain't gonna malfunction. You see, they ain't gonna bump against each other. You know what I'm saying? No, they gonna hit their mark. You see, where is it at in I know it's in like Second Esdras. Let me see real quick. Let me see. All right, Second Esdras chapter. Let me see real quick. Might be 16. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna start right here. This is let me see. Send forth the plague, shall go forth, lightning shall be abide. Salakia, 1 second, I'm trying to find it. Destroy. Gosh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start right here at verse second Ezra chapter 16. In verse 12 it says, the earth quaketh and the foundations thereof, and the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrow, the arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Right? You see, going into these thermonuclear missiles. You see, when the Lord shoots these nations fly, you know what I'm saying, shoot these missiles off, man, they gonna hit their mark. They ain't gonna miss. You see? It says, behold, the plagues are sent, which these missiles are plagues. It tell you that real quick in the book of Zechariah, man. Okay, real quick. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14. All right, in verse 12, it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. You see? And how's that gonna happen? Via that fire, man. You see? Go watch those videos of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Go watch those testimonies of people who survived that and what they seen, what they experienced, all right, and seen with their own two eyes, man. People's skin just melted off, man. You see, nigga just turned it, nigga turned the powder to where yo the only thing that's left is a nigga shadow on the ground, man. You know? And this time the Lord said he ain't gonna even lead that. You see? When the Lord touch America, man, it's man, he's gonna turn this place into it's gonna become the biggest desert on the planet Earth, man. You see, and this destruction is gonna be so great. That's why he likened it unto the second death. All right, because we know that first death came through the flood, and what did it do? It ultimately changed it split the land up, man. All right, at one point, the whole all the continents was together. They even tell you that, man. Esau even tell you that. All right, it was called, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Pangea, if I'm not mistaken. All right, but that destruction, that the first death, which was the flood, was so destructive that it split the land, man. You see, and the second death is going to be just as destructive, man. It's going like the scriptures say, the islands are going to move out of their places, man. You see, new lands are going to be formed, all kind of things. That's why the earth is going to be real to and fro like a drunkard. That's going to happen via these missiles. All right, and I want you to go with your brothers and sisters. Go watch this video, man. Going into the power of these nuclear missiles, man. This is the heavenly fire, man. All right, divine fire. Even when you watch that movie Oppenheimer, I already tell you they likened him up unto Prometheus, man, which was a so-called god who went and stole fire from the gods and brought it to men. You see, it tells you that on that opening scene of that movie Oppenheimer, man. You see, showing you that Esau knows that these thermonuclear missiles, man. You see, that's divine wisdom, and you know what I'm saying. The Lord gave this devil that shit to destroy his ass, man. You see, even though Esau boasted it now, this is gonna be the same thing that the Lord is gonna use to destroy this nigga, man. All right. So going back, let me see if there's a little bit more on the second Esdras. All right, continuing on, second Esdras chapter 16 and verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and it shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plague that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. You see? So let's go back to this Joel chapter 2. All right, Joel chapter 2, okay, in verse 7 it says, and they shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like men of war. Yeah, you see, these walls are representations of what? These missile defense systems. You see? They're gonna get around that shit, man. You see? It says, and they shall march every one on his way. on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust against thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. You see, just like we read in 2 Ezra 16. You see, they not gonna miss. It says, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Right? You see, they're not gonna they ain't gonna get a fucking missile. We hit them, the Lord is still gonna have them just go straight through that shit, man. You see, and I want to get this real quick. Let's go to this. Let's go to this Joel. So I want to get this word sword. All right, and I'm gonna end it off, for time's sake, Lord willing. This was edifying to you, brothers and sisters, man. But this is Joel chapter 2. And I'm gonna read the verse again. In verse 8, it says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Right? You see? So let's get this word sword. Okay. It's what is it? Allah, Allah, Shalach. All right, it says a weapon or a missile. You see, missile, a weapon. You see, so missiles are actually a missile of attack. You see, a spear. You see, a dart. You see, that's why the scriptures. That's why actually when our forefathers seen these visions, or the Lord gave them the vision of the destruction, they liken them unto things that they were familiar with. All right, in their time, man. You see, and the arrow is what? It's a projectile. You see, that's why they like. That's why they when they seen it. Okay, it's an arrow. Okay, but what type of arrow that can be shot from one end of the earth to the other? I ain't talking about no old school. No, this is talking about these missiles, these arrows, man. These ICBM missiles. Okay, so let's read this last verse in Joel. It says, verse 9. It says, they shall run to and fro in the city, and they shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the window like a thief. You see, they gonna get a past. They're gonna get past these missile defense systems. The Lord is gonna, hey man, the Lord is gonna put His Spirit on these missiles to hit their mark. It says the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Right, and that's gonna come how? All right, once that missile hit, it's gonna cause the earth to shake, man. You see, and that mushroom cloud is gonna go up, and it's gonna block out the sky, man. You see. So this is coming, man. You see, it's spoken of the same destruction. It's spoken of in all throughout the book of Revelations. You see Revelation 6. You see Revelations. What is that? Even in Revelations 11, it talks about that great earthquake. You see Revelation 16. You see. But like I said, man, I didn't want to make this too long. Lord willing, this less edifying. All right, you brothers and sisters, go watch that video, man. Go check this video out. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and teacher, and well. As always, peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.